Eastern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News at 5:30.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. We don't usually think about the numbers on our mailbox until a package is delivered to the wrong house. But what happens when first responders show up at the wrong house? WYMT's Buddy Forbes spoke to Pike County Fire Department chiefs who say the county's displayed 911 addresses need some attention.
It has been said that there is safety in numbers, but sometimes a number is your safety.
If you can't see it, we can't see it.
Pike County first responders are battling against the clock.
Time is of the essence.
And the community's neglect of properly displaying 911 addresses.
The ambulance services are having a really hard time locating addresses.
Robert Kendrick, Greasy Creek Volunteer Fire Department chief, says many times they're hard to see.
Which costs us a lot of time in the long run. If it's a life-threatening situation, we need to get there right now. We can't find the address. It cost us 5 minutes looking for it.
Kendrick says emergency personnel often travel this road in a direction that is different from that of the U.S. Postal Service, which means from their perspective, these numbers are on the wrong side. He says the problem is not isolated to Greasy Creek.
All the fire departments in this county have this same issue.
Randy Courtney, chief of the Island Creek Fire Department, runs into similar problems.
Fire department can probably find you because if it's a really bad fire or something other, we're going to see the flames. But an EMS call or something like that for the ambulance people, you know, there's nothing visible to show, and they're going to drive by.
He said it is not only a safety issue, but a county law.
There is actually an ordinance that says that you are to have it posted in 4-inch letters by the roadway and all this stuff, and you can be fined for it.
They said reflective letters are best and suggest marking both sides of your home mailbox to make them as visible as possible.
I recommend anything like that would help us find you faster.
First responders say this type of maintenance is crucial to keep communities safe. In Pike County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
First responders even suggested LED numbers to make sure your address can be seen in the dark. Well, if you missed First at 4, you missed Chief Meteorologist Paige Noel playing with a sea lion at the Perry County Fair. She actually called it the best day of her life. Now she gets to hang out with tonight's musical headliners who are no strangers to the Perry County Fair, Halfway to Hazard. Paige, Chad Works, and David Tolliver join us now live from the Perry County Park. Paige?
Honestly, today has been the best day of my life. First sea lions, now Halfway to Hazard. I mean, this day just can't get any better. But the one question I think everyone in Hazard, their question right now. You ready, guys?
Yeah.
How was Steak and Shake?
Steak and Shake was amazing. Really good.
Yeah.
The Frisco sauce.
They got a taste of Steak and Shake before us people in Hazard do. Is that just how you guys work?
Well, we know some people. We know some kings.
Oh, goodness.
We're happy that Steak and Shake's coming. We can not stop going to Francis's now, but we'll go to Steak and Shake back and forth.
So big Francis's.
Absolutely. Oh, are you kidding me?
What's your favorite thing to get?
The fried banana things with the ranch dressing and the yeah.
Oh, banana peppers, fried banana peppers.
Yeah, exactly.
So you guys come to the Perry County Fair every year?
It seems like it. No, did we skip last year?
We've missed one.
Yeah,
Thank you, Janet.
No, we love coming back here. We love coming back playing.
Too, just like you do.
Just like
me?
me?
She's been talking to somebody named Kyle the whole time.
Talking in like our own voices, but you know.
No.
No, we love coming back here, and they're always great to us. I mean, I grew up 20 miles from here, and so did Chad. So, you know, when we can get anywhere close back home to play and see our families and friends, and we haven't seen in a while, we're up for it. So every time they ask, we say yes.
You guys were just at CMA Fest, right?
Yes.
How was that?
It was hotter than this.
Yeah, I can imagine. I brought the nice weather just for you guys.
You're the weather person too, right?
Yes.
So thank you for this.
You're welcome.
You're responsible.
So you guys perform at 8:30 tonight, right?
We get here at 7. One of our friends, Taylor Austin Dye, is going to be playing.
In Nashville as well right now, making her way, and we're really proud of her, and we're proud of all the Eastern Kentucky talent. I mean, we've got so many friends that are doing so well right now, and it seems like Kentucky's back on the map in country music and southern rock and a little bit of everything. So Halfway to Hazard, we're just proud to have our name somewhere associated with all that stuff that's going on, and we're proud to be from the mountains.
Now, when you guys come back home after maybe being on tour, what is the first thing you guys like to do?
Sleep.
Any like a place you like to go? Are there any weird?
We always grab an L8.
Oh, okay.
truthfully, we always grab an L8. We always, some locals may bring us some other things to drink sometimes. I won't say what that is on the camera. And then sometimes we just love seeing our friends and family. I mean, honestly, we don't get home as much as we'd like to, so this is always great. So it's like a little reunion. And you get to see a lot of people that just make you laugh. I mean, honestly, a lot of great stories, and they remind you of things sometimes that you're embarrassed of and you try to forget, but they bring them up, and so it's always good, though.
Well, they'll be out here tonight, 8:30. Don't miss it. Come out at 7, though. We'll be out here. I'll have a look at that full forecast, though, coming up in just a few short minutes for you guys.
Live music. Come see us live.
Paige, David, Chad, always great to talk to those guys, and it should be a great night. What great weather for a live outdoor concert tonight, too. Well, a lot of children spend their summer days at the pool or the lake, and if that's the case, we have some important information to pass along about the sunscreen you may be using on your child's skin. The Journal of the American Medical Association has noticed some sunscreens have chemicals that have cancerous properties. The chemicals have shown up in people's blood and urine.
The sunscreens we're using to protect us from skin-related damage and cancer could actually be causing cancer themselves. Good news being, though, that there are some versions that don't have these risks.
Tonight, 11, WKYT's Miranda Combs breaks down the chemicals you need to watch for and the sunscreens you should buy. Lawyers want a federal judge overseeing hundreds of lawsuits filed against manufacturers and distributors of opioid drugs to create a negotiating group consisting solely of U.S. towns, cities, and counties. The goal of a motion filed Friday in federal court is to create a system for the country's 25,000 municipalities to benefit from any future settlement reached through the lawsuits. Hundreds of lawsuits accuse pharmaceutical companies of downplaying the addictive nature of opioids and prescription painkillers, largely blamed for the U.S. drug crisis. The mother of a missing Pulaski County woman is searching for answers. Family members say they have not seen or heard from Leanne Brumley in more than 1 month. Nick Oliver spoke with Leanne's mother.
I just want her to come home.
It's been a painful time in the Brumley household. The Pulaski County Sheriff's Office say this woman, Leanna Brumley, has been missing since May 22nd. Her family says they last heard from the 25-year-old on May 17th.
We took in, just kind of sit around and hold each other and cry and just keep praying that she's going to come home and hopefully alive.
Her mother says Brumley battled addiction with heroin and meth. And while she spent most of her nights on friends' couches, she always worked to stay in contact. When the phone calls and Facebook post ended, they knew something was wrong.
I keep thinking I'm going to wake up from a nightmare.
The Sheriff's Department does say they have detectives working this scene every single day, but the wait for answers for this family, they say it's nearly unbearable.
Help us find her, either alive or dead, because if she's dead, then I need to bury her the right way instead of just having her laying somewhere. But if they can help me or give me any leads to help me find her, is what I ask.
It is unclear if Brumley is in danger at this point. Her mother fears her addiction has put her into this situation.
This is my kid.
In Pulaski County, Nick Oliver, WYMT Mountain News.
The Sheriff's Department has since created an anonymous tip line. A federal grand jury has indicted a former Toyota employee. Randall Perry was indicted on 14 counts of mail fraud. The counts are related to a scheme where court documents say he would steal equipment and parts from the Georgetown plant and sell them on eBay. Perry is accused of selling controllers and laser scanners online to people in 3 different states. The indictment also calls for the forfeiture of more than $250,000. If convicted, he faces 20 years in prison, a $250,000 fine, and a supervised release. The chief operating officer of all the Goodwill stores in Kentucky visited Hazard this morning. The executive spoke at the local Goodwill store as part of the Story Behind the Store event. The event highlights Goodwill's mission of providing employment and benefits for disadvantaged people.
We do soft skill academies. We teach them attitude, self-preservation, how do you present yourself in a job, how to handle conflict in the workplace, why it's really important to be dependable and to show up on time. And those are free workshops that we do. Last
year, Kentucky Goodwill stores employed 2,900 people. A 17-year-old girl is sharing her story after a shark attacked her off a North Carolina beach. Paige Winter was swimming in waist-deep water at Fort Macon State Park when her dad Charlie and some friends. The shark drug her underwater. Eventually, her father found her by following the trail of blood.
And when I pulled her up, a shark came up with her, and it was a big shark. It was a big shark, and kind of thrashed a little bit, and it had a big eye just staring at you. And I immediately just started to hit it.
When I was in that water, I was like praying. I'm like, I'm 17. I got so much to do.
Paige was taken to a hospital in Greenville where her left leg was amputated. She was also treated for other injuries, including damage to her hands. Paige faces a long road to recovery and 6 months to a year of rehabilitation. Coming up on Mountain News at 5:30, kids in Wolfe County get the chance to work alongside engineers for a week, but this is no ordinary day camp.
And it's a beautiful day here at the Perry County Park. We're out here at the fair, and I'll have a look at that full forecast coming up in just a few short minutes.